Okay, just gotta grab the camera and get out. Easy. The old-school hallways creaked around me, each sound magnified by the silence. My phone's flashlight cut a shaky path through the darkness. The air was so cold I could see my own breath. Suddenly, a metallic screech echoed from somewhere deep inside the building, freezing me in place. My phone buzzed in my hand. A message from Jaden. "You inside?" My fingers were trembling so badly I could barely type back. "Yeah, something's moving." And just like that, the last flickering hallway light went out. Pitch black. My phone's light stuttered, then thankfully it held steady. I let out a shaky breath, only to notice a classroom door at the end of the hall, slightly ajar. Against my better judgment, I pushed it open and stepped inside. The room was a disaster zone, desks and chairs flipped over, windows boarded up tight. My light swept across the floor and landed on it, a video camera. It was cracked, but it looked like it still worked. I knelt down to pick it up, and that's when I heard it, breathing. It was right behind me. I whipped the light around, scanning the dark corners of the classroom. Nothing, just dust and shadows. I was about to chalk it up to my imagination when the boarded-up windows behind me started rattling violently, bulging inward as if something massive was trying to push its way through. No, I whispered. Then, as quickly as it started, it stopped. The silence that followed was even worse. A low, guttural growl rose from behind the teacher's desk. My phone pinged again, making me jump out of my skin. It was Jaden. "You're not alone in there." My blood ran cold. How could he know? I started to type back, but before I could send, something snatched the phone from my hand and hurled it across the room, where it shattered against the wall. The darkness seemed to swallow the light. The shadows themselves began to twist and warp, and a tall, distorted figure slowly rose from behind the desk, its limbs bending at impossible angles. I didn't wait to see more. I bolted. I burst back into the hallway and ran, but the corridor stretched on and on, the walls warping and twisting to keep me inside. Lights exploded behind me, showering sparks into the darkness as I sprinted for the stairwell. I threw the door open, and there he was, Jaden, standing at the bottom of the stairs, his face pale with terror. "Mia, don't move," he stammered. "We have to go." "Now," I yelled, but he just shook his head. "That thing, it followed you. It's right behind you." I spun around. There was nothing there. "Jaden, stop messing around. Come on." Tears welled in his eyes. "That's not you talking anymore," he whispered. I froze. My shadow on the wall started to change, stretching and splitting into multiple monstrous shapes. My own voice felt alien as it came out, layered with something else. "He can't save you." "But he'll try." Jaden stumbled backward as the shadows peeled themselves off the wall, crawling toward him. For a split second, I felt myself surface. "Run, run, Jaden." I screamed, but my body was no longer my own. He turned and sprinted up the stairs as the shadows gave chase. I could only scream as I was pulled back into the darkness. Jaden burst through the door to the rooftop, gasping for air, only to find me standing there, waiting for him with a calm, unnatural smile. "You should have run faster," I said, as the lights on the rooftop went out one by one.